Hey y'all, Aaron and Kara here, coming to you from St. John in the U.S. Virgin Islands. We're currently sitting at Mongoose Junction, waiting on a couple of these places to open up so we can finish our income taxes and maybe have a beer. And just thought we'd take a chance to introduce our next video.
Hey guys, so this video is a continuation from our last one and takes us from St. Augustine, Florida, all the way up to Norfolk. Hope you enjoy.
Thanks, y'all.
It took us about 3 days to make the 300-mile passage from St. Augustine, Florida to Southport, North Carolina. The passage was nice and smooth, and at the end, we gave Vela a special treat, something we all hadn't seen in a few months.
I am waxing the boat. There's only a finger pier on one side, so necessity is the mother of invention. This may not be the smartest thing I've ever done.
The town of Southport was quaint and quiet, but every year they more than tripled the size of their town during their 4th of July celebration.
I would like to congratulate each of you on your hard work and dedication in becoming American citizens today. We Americans have a way of celebrating special occasions such as this by the sharing of gifts, and I would like to take a moment today to remind you of the special gifts that you received today by virtue of your citizenship in this country. I am referring, of course, to those rights that you now have under the first 10 amendments to the United States Constitution, which are called, as you know, the Bill of Rights. Among these rights is the freedom to worship as you please or not to worship at all. You may write or say virtually anything that you wish. The government may not take away your property without just compensation. You will not be governed by someone who just happened to be born to that position, nor will you be governed by someone who has taken oath of office by force. Instead, you and all of us who are citizens will select our leaders by our votes. We decide who runs our government, and they must answer to us to be re-elected if they want to remain in office. While you have come to this country for a variety of reasons, certainly chief among them is that now you are free people, free to exercise these rights. When we started this ceremony, we were citizens of different countries. Now we are all citizens of just one country, the United States of America, and I congratulate you, my fellow Americans. Thank you very much.
We ended the night with some newfound friends and fireworks, albeit a bit in the distance. The following day, we headed out and journeyed up North Carolina's Liquid Highway. The ICW was much different here than it had been in Texas or Florida, so we took in the scenery each night in a new location.
Buffet's open.
Here we checked out the town of Belhaven for a couple days.
And there's Vela in the town of Belhaven.
It'll be interesting if you come back through here in the fall to see how many more boats are here when you're in season.
Yeah, we're pretty much the only people here, so. Little lunch on this little beach.
Not too bad.
It's so funny, it's like a goose crossing. We're at the Freetown dock at Belhaven. We're gonna check out some silos and this old smokestack.
It's pretty cool so far. Let's go get closer.
This is like, I don't know, one of those old scary movies.
Beginning of every horror movie you've ever watched.
That is super cool though.
Started one of those found footage things. Got your little camera going. I feel like these are ashes that we found on.
Oh. Oh man, do you think it's a crematorium? Alright, we still don't know what it is, but we got super close to it. It was really cool getting here, except for the ants and mosquitoes and all of the bugs. But we still need to figure out what it is.
From Belhaven, we went up the Alligator River.
Alligator River. Very pretty and natural all around us. Water River has cannons that leak into it from the leaf and kind of gives it this orange color. Beautiful area around us.
Waiting quite a while. This bridge is finally opening for us. This is the Alligator River Swing Bridge.
That night we tucked in safely in an anchorage right after the bridge, but the next morning started off dark and cloudy, the day we needed to cross the Albemarle Sound.
Big duck blinds.
It's amazing how many there are and that they're charted.
I've seen 2 teeny tiny WaterSpouts today and I think I see another one. We're hoping the storm stays that way.
Yeah, that's pretty well defined now.
Yeah.
Hard to see without my sunglasses though.
Yeah. It's really hard to see on the camera, but
Luckily for us, but bad for the camera, the storms kept their distance and we continued up Little River to our favorite spot on the ICW, Blackwater Creek. Birdie, 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 birdie.
It's coming into Blackwater Creek off the ICW. really shallow, but nice and pretty and protected. Cares at the helm. And it's really quiet after it's been a pretty long day. We're going to have a really nice short one tomorrow. So we'll hopefully just kind of kick back and chill here.
Very beautiful. But notice all those stumps in the water? Well, we just ran over one. And that was very exciting, to say the least. I don't want to do that again.
I think it was actually a submerged log. I don't think it was a stump. But
Okay, well, whatever. We hit something in the water, and that was not fun. That was the first time we hit something random in the water.
dead center of the channel, moving along at 5 knots, and whammo.
That was not fun.
No, it wasn't a blast.
I'm glad that we have the boat we do. It felt like a treat. That, my friends, is a deadhead. Tied up here on the free docks, right before the canal and lock that we'll have to do. This is why you don't go in the ICW at night. You can see that there's a big old log just floating by our boat. We already ran over one. It's not a very fun experience.
It was July 11th when we were at Great Bridge, so we celebrated at 7-Eleven and rode our bikes to this historic town. Interesting fences, probably those same ones that are built for the Civil War. In Great Bridge Lock. Moving on to lines. Our first lock.
Stressful, but not too horrible. We're definitely coming in with like, what are we doing?
Everybody gets to be on the port side on this one, which is nice because they had nice rubber rails. On the other side, it's these big old metal plates. We saw quite a bit of commercial traffic. Going through the lock on the other end after 2 feet of drop. This lock was mainly meant for salt water. Thank you, sir. Now we go to Norfolk.
The last bridge that we had to pass before we got into the Norfolk area was a lift bridge. This was the first of its kind that we had seen, and it was hard to tell how high the bridge was lifted and if we were going to make it under or not. Norfolk area, we pulled into the free docks at Portsmouth, checked out both towns, and hung out with good friends.
We're going to be riding this little boat over to Norfolk.
Check us out next time as we leave Norfolk, headed to New York with a stop in Atlantic City.
Well guys, thanks for stopping in and watching our 9th video. If you like what you see, please go ahead and click on subscribe for us. And thanks a bunch for stopping by.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye guys.